Well, hello everyone. Hello, hello. Ooh, God, that game sound is loud, isn't it? Hold on, hold on. Bring that game sound. Let's rope that in just a little bit. Okay. Hot damn, that was loud. Hi everyone. Hi. Hi, 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 hi. I see that there are people here. Hello everyone. I decided it was finally time to get back to this game. I've been playing World of Warcraft a lot recently, and it's very unfair to this game. Very unfair, this game. So let's see. My pod. Okay. Certainly more interesting than Boring Springs. Oh. What do you think we should do next, Gary? Smee is lumber needing. Smee is lumber needing for a big metal snake. He's saying a place called Breadwood? That's true. Any other ideas? Dirtwater, see if anybody needs help. Thanks for the reminder. Okay. Hello. What are you... Cactus Bill! Didn't expect to see you around these parts. Well, I gotta admit, I got a little envious when I saw you leave Boring Springs, and I figured I'd hitch a ride out west to see what I could see. And just look at this place. So much hustle, so much bustle. There sure is a lot of both of those. Hey, nice pot. Thank you kindly. So what's new? Well, to be honest, what's new is a profound sense of longing and loneliness. I'm sorry to hear that, Bill. Well, it is what it is. I was hoping I'd run across a similarly lonely cactus lady somewhere out here, or found out a normal human lady looking to marry a cactus. No luck? Not yet. Of course, getting around is a bit of a challenge, but us cactuses live a long time. I'm sure I'll meet somebody. Someday. I'll keep an eye out. Heck, sure would appreciate it. Shit, we gotta go find somebody for him to marry now? And oh, what's up with this guy? What's going on here? This guy looks like he's in a lot of pain. You okay, buddy? Pretty sure my leg is broken, so no. What happened? Traffic accident? No, it just sort of broke all of a sudden. I guess I don't get enough vitamins or whatever. Good nutrition can be difficult in this day and age. I need some kind of medicine for this. Can you help me? Aliens! Hello! Thank you for redeeming your daily cookie. I'm not having cookies tonight, but I am having... I do apologize. I know that I was really, really late to stream. I was going to start at like 7. I'm so sorry I'm late, guys. I decided to make a berry crisp tonight. In my defense... Ew, oatmeal raisin, I'm taking my milk back. Just trade your fucking cookie. I'm the cookie meister. I have cookies. Cookies! I ain't cooking kobold of cookies. But yeah, I've changed up my diet a lot recently. And I was like struggling with a headache all day today, and I was feeling a little kind of Couldn't figure out why, couldn't figure out why. Then I realized, I'm like, I really haven't eaten a lot. Hey, you gave me expired milk not long ago, aliens. You gave me expired milk, and then no milk. I'm pretty sure it was no milk. So, like, I feel like this is fair. There's a mission up north. The nuns are a little hospital sells medical supplies, so you get me some broken leg pills. I already have some. Whoa! Go drink some milk or something. Okay. That was nice. Fine, I'll take all my milk then. Okay. Just water's for horses only. Okay, we already bought flowers from her. Is there anybody else around here that I need to... Still a couple more lots. But anyways, I realized I was really, really low on calories. And so I ate some stuff to kind of make up for it. But then after dinner, I was just like, I feel like I kind of have like a little bit of a sweet tooth. And I realized I still was at like a pretty heavy calorie deficit. So, yeah, that's why I'm a little bit late, guys. I'm sorry, I was making a berry crisp. And it turned out really, really well. I'm happy with it. Take all my milk, you little shit. No. I'm not giving back any milk. I'm not giving it back. There's a Glerk noise. We'll saddle them up. Okay. What do we got here? We still have some new places we can go. We were dealing with something at Old Granddad. I remember that. It's crazy how out here the desert's just worse. If you stay here too long, you're gonna end up like one of those charred black skeletons clocking toward you. Hi, guys. Okay, so beef ourselves up. Let's make a friend. Oh my god. That, I was not expecting that. Aliens wants a dad joke. Let's see if I can find one for you. Aliens, why did the banana skip school? It wasn't peeling well. If you were tap, where would you be? A tap in this pile of junk. 40 mysticality or 40 moxie. Could I make that up with my gear somehow? I sincerely doubt it. Let's try. Moxie is almost there. Almost. I'm glad you liked the joke. Apparently I need 40 moxie. Cactus syrup. Hello, Havina syrups. Yes, hooray! The guard guzzles the entire bottle in a single long draw. It is both fascinating and disgusting. Needing more for proper bribing. Of course you are. Hello, having a syrup. This time the guard moves away from the ladder, so they have plenty of room to guzzle the syrup. Gross. That was a really bad time to take a bite out of that crisp. Hello! Hi! Hi, can I... Nope! Okay, can I... Yep, bring me Goblin Elixir. What's that? A potion of extra deliciousness bean. So good. Okay, I'll go get that then. The stable is covered with flasks, beakers, bottles, tubes, burners, and all other equipment that can make up a super elaborate alchemy table, including a whole bunch of different colored liquids and powders and stuff. Make a Goblin Elixir. That's easy for you to say. Look for some instructions. You find a scrap of paper in a drawer that looks like maybe instructions for an elixir. But it's all in goblin science jargon that you don't understand at all. Start mixing things, I guess. Hi, Ari. Duh. Hi, Poe. Hello. You pick up a beaker and look at the ingredients. Start with the indigo oil. Then you add some green powder. The mixture turns orange and starts to fizzle a little. What's next? Mauve ooze. Turns blue and starts to fizz even harder. Now what? Spit in it. You work up a good mouthful of saliva and spit into the beaker. It turns pink and starts to fizz like crazy. You manage to pitch the concoction out the window and duck under the table just in time. It explodes with a tooth-rattling bang. Okay, so I still can't read it. Okay, let's start with indigo juice. Let's go with some yellow ooze. Red fluid. Spit in it. Alright, keep it. There we go, we got it. Second try. Happy Gardening Day? Wonderful! I love gardening. I wish I had more space for it, but at least I still have my little indoor plants. Ew, raisins. Everybody's unhappy with their cookies today. So far. I mean, Poe got a good cookie. Poe got snickerdoodles. We cooking? I'm not necessarily cooking. I was spitting in a goblin elixir to, make this little guy happy. Hello, Pyre, my lovely wife. Hi, ready for bribing? Yes, here's your elixir. Probably. Oh, good, yes. The goblin moves away from the ladder and takes little sips from the flask, savoring the flavor. Is it good? Yes, perfect. Ha, cool. Oh, you know what? I just totally forgot. I need to put my regular, gear back on. I totally forgot about that. Oh, I don't even remember what hat I was using. Whoops. There we go. Revolting brooch is fine. The befouled pistol, totally fine. Fancy knife, Excalibur. The filthy porcelain cow. Ari, trade you. Ho, you do not like snickerdoodles? Oh my goodness. Holy crap, if this isn't the most disturbing thing you've ever seen, I don't want to know what was. Presumably, a couple of goblins popping here, and the spores got all mixed together. They seem reasonably chill about it, though. Hey, guys, those jelly beans, can I to having them? Oh, what? Our fruit rocks? No! No, not to get our fruit rocks. These being ours, not for you taking. Jeez Louise. Oh, what's your plan on dealing with them? Talk to it. But not looking like you're eating them. A jar is still full. What? Eating? Fruit rocks not for eating. Fruit rocks just for looking at. You just looking at them? Not fitting through a floor hole. Can't leave your room. Fruit rocks only entertainment being. Good grief, that's sad. Try to help them out. Okay. How about I teaching you something else for entertaining? Something better than fruit rocks. Looking at. Okay, sounding good. I agree. I'm not certain what being better than fruit rocks looking at. Thumb wrestling. You teach the goblins how to thumb wrestle and how to set up a basic single elimination tournament bracket. Soon they're totally preoccupied with your new pastime and you're free to grab those sweet beans. The goblin pile is/are too focused on their game to notice you taking the jelly beans. And it was a fair trade, so they're yours now anyways. You got an item. The green apple jelly beans. Good luck, guys. Enjoy. Whoops. Oh, there's still a ladder. I love oatmeal raisin cookies, especially the soft ones. Hell yes! Finally, somebody who does like them. My god. It's impossible to find people who like them. Everybody's been griping every time they get one. I like them. I just don't like them when they're next to chocolate chip cookies. Let's see. A deserted campsite. Covered with mushrooms. I kind of buried the lead here. It looks pretty flimsy, but you're not 100% sure you want to touch it. Open with a crowbar. You pry the lid of the crate, being careful to avoid the mushrooms, just in case you grab the supplies inside. Silver bullets, chemical bullets, military-grade whiskey, and an artillery saber. Hello. Yeah, except I have Blexcalibur, so I'm happy with that. I'm not actually going to say that on stream, but I understand what you're talking about, Ari. How you doing on them jelly beans, kid? Got them. Wonderful. Good job, kid. Looks like they're all here, too. The goblins didn't eat any? It's a long and weird story. Well, never mind, then. You done a swell job, kid. I've only got one more jar of jelly beans missing. They were stole by a gang of damn hippies. Why'd they take them? Heck, who knows what a hippie's thinking? All I know is they took off headed south, a little bit west. It's a shroom cave. Alright. Shot rings out, you duck in time. Okay. Okay, we are going to fight this skeleton. I do not like this skeleton. My god. Hits like a damn truck. Haymaker. Gary's about to go down, probably. Yep. Oh, shit. I do not remember things being this difficult when I quit playing. You got an item, red hot pistol. But I got a disgusting pistol right now. Can I pick these? No, but I can... Oh, I can't forge that. This cave full of shrooms. Are these happy shrooms? Wait. Very dirty knapsack. Mushroom map and a bag of shroom grow. Hey, we need some shroom grow. Sean doesn't want to be clipped. I don't mind being clipped. I just knew where that was going. And I could see Goomy doing shit like that. But I'm careful, and now by the end of the stream, I'm probably going to say something horrible. Where is... There it is. Give it to Gary. Let's see. Give myself a little more armor. Hi. This cultist is totally zonked out. Investigate. Loot his belongings. Skeleton bone, human ashes, a discipline slip. What's the discipline slip say? Looks like one of the necromancer's cultists got written up. 2 more of these and he'll be ritually eviscerated. Nothing personal, it's just corporate policy. It's time you start gathering clues about the whole perambulating dead situation that's going on his parts. Grab a notebook and paperclip to slip into the first page. You have a necromancer journal. I should check that out. You found discipline slip that mentioned dangerous mushrooms, but you don't really know what to do with the information. If only you knew more about mycology. Okay. But it's not really what I was here for. I was more interested in the gems. McBenzie, I can 100% see exactly what you're saying. I can see it. I'm just smart enough not to say it. So he's out cold. I didn't find any beans or nothing, though. You got picked up by my auto mod for calling me a coward. Okay, gonna lie down. Okay. No worries, Ari. I know it's kind of late where you are. Okay. Ooh, mushrooms. Ooh, tiny cousins. Hello. Wow, you can actually talk to mushrooms? What? No, they're just mushrooms, silly. Gary gives one of the mushrooms a broad conspiratorial wink. Okay. I can't do much about it because I don't know much about mycology, I guess. Let's wander and see what we pick up. Kellogg Ranch. See a few buildings off in the distance and spur Cookie toward them to investigate. Turns out to be the old Kellogg Sanatorium. Remember reading about this place in the papers? Crazy guy obsessed with bodily and spiritual purity, charging rich people an arm and a leg to eat bad food for a few weeks. See what it's all about. Wait a minute. I think I remember what this is. Alright, Kellogg's office. Books on enemas. Mostly medical journals. Oh! Whoa! Hello. Hello. So you're a ghost, huh? Yes, it does appear so, and alas, without me here to instruct them in my regimen of purity, all my patients have fled. That's probably not exactly sure why. Probably not exactly why. Get some cornflakes to keep you from wanking. I know! Isn't that crazy that that's why cornflakes were invented? Isn't that just nuts? Or would be. Oh! Anyway. It's probably not exactly why. They're likely out ravaging the countryside with in their own bodies. One cannot have purity of the soul without purity of the body, you know. What's this whole purity kick about, anyways? My threefold path to the elimination of corrupting influences. Would you like to hear about it? Sure, lay it on me. The first step I call purity of the glands. One must rid oneself of all romantic and sexual desires and cease any self-polluting activities. Like what? Smoking cigars? Well, yes, but I'm speaking of more, you know, nighttime activities. Alone. What? Anyways, that's the first step. Okay, what's the second step? The second step is purity of guts. This is accomplished through frequent cold water enemas. Yikes! And the consumption of wholesome and nutritious grain flakes, manufactured through my personal scientifically developed recipe. What makes them any different from any other breakfast cereals? Did you not hear me? The recipe is scientifically developed. Alright, what's the third step then? Final step is purity of muscles. I developed an extensive exercise regimen featuring several workout machines that I have invented myself. Neat. And all this together, what was it? My regimen eliminates corrupting influences from the body, thus purifying the body, mind, and soul. Well, that sounds like a good result to shoot for, and it works. Certainly it does. Why, just look at me. You're dead. Only coincidentally. Okay, keep calm, enjoy nothing. There's a skeleton in this bed and it's wearing weird metal pants. Take them. Give them back. Give them back. Give them back! Bed is empty. Bed is covered in bones. Take them. There's a scrap of paper under the pillow. Looks like a torn out part of a diary page. Opposed to chi purity glands, but I can't stand sleeping in those metal pants. They're so noisy, especially when I... All those require lockpick in 3. I don't think I can get lockpick in 3 right now, can I? Yeah, I would need way more experience to be able to do that. I might have to, like, do some leveling. It's combination grain sifter, flour mill, who knows what. Its grain hoppers are currently empty. The label on this thing says dough press. This is a large oven, but it doesn't have a door, just a wide slot. Purity is the best sauce. Yeah, that's not something they mention in any of the ads for Frosted Flakes. Never heard Tony the Tiger be like, "They're great. Also keep your hands out of your pants or you'll make Jesus cry." Rules. There's a list of draconian fitness rules with a guess that the sanatorium had to adhere to. Weigh yourself. According to scale, you weigh 8 grams. You don't know how to use the scale correctly. Goomy! Hello, Goomy. Thank you for the hydrate. I'll do a posture check. Let me grab a joke here for you really quick, though. Gumi, why did the ghost go to rehab? Because he was addicted to booze. Yeah, thanks for the hydration check. It reminded me that I need to take my meds. And I know Gumi can't shout herself out, so we're gonna do a little shout out. Do a shout out for Gumi. We're going to do another one for Poe. And we're going to do another one for Aliens, because I keep forgetting to do these. And I got to do one last one for Pyre. There we are. All these people coming into my room. What's this? Loose board here with fingerprints on it. Pry it up. Hello. Kellogg Ranch keyring. Voltron, hello. Welcome, buddy. Gymnasium. Your body is still wrong. Is this a gymnasium or church? It's a Stretch Master 4000. Insert your limbs, you strap yourself, and allow it to inflict some warm-up stretches on you. Keep going. Ouch. Suck on the blast hold. Oh, do I have to wait? I think I have to wait to do it more. Barn door is locked. Unlock the door. Go inside. There's a lot of grain here. If you ever need a lot of grain, you know where to find it. Oh my god. Lots of fertilizer. Wait, what's this? More shroom grow. Nice. We can give more of that to our buddy Gary. A deliciousness. Got a needle. Got another needle. Got another needle. Whoops, get back in there. Okay, grab a bag of mixed grain. Endless extra grain. Barbed wire hanging from a nail. We got a big coil of barbed wire. Stuff the coil of barbed wire into your pack. Maybe you can send it to a sick friend or something. Huh. Some more nectar. Some more nectar. I mean, we got some nice stuff out of all this, I guess. It's not exactly the place I thought that it was. I was thinking something else entirely. Let's wander another time. Fort of Darkness. All these cannons have flowers stuck in the barrels. Okay, that's loco weed. Okay, I don't see anything on the horizon. Oh no, they're all coked up out of their minds. This young lady is dressed in fancy, expensive traveling clothes, though hardware has made them dirty and ragged. Also, her pupils are about the size of teacups. Wow, hi. A new face. My name's... Oh, one sec. Irene. Everyone here just calls me Mushrooms, so I forget sometimes. Howdy, Irene. I'm Callista. What's your story? Oh, not much to tell. I was hitchhiking to Frisco a few months back, but I stopped here and never got around to continuing, you know. We're like a big, happy family out here, and everyone's so nice and appreciative of how I know so much about mushrooms. Mushrooms. Uh-huh. They're good for all kinds of things if you know which ones to pick. If you want, I can sell you a few of my favorites. I have a spare pair of mushroom pliers, too, if you want to pick your own. Cool. Would you like to buy a mushroom or a pair of mushroom pliers? Okay, I'd actually like the pliers. Here you go. I shared the location of my secret mushroom hunting cave with you, but I lost my knapsack with my map in it, and I don't think I can explain how to get there in just, like, words. Good luck, though. Okay, but I want to know about the jelly beans. You see any jelly beans, girl? Yeah. I had some jelly beans recently. Don't quite remember. Oh, they were in my lounge. Where's your lounge? I don't quite remember. It's only there part of the time anyway. What? I don't know. Would you like to buy a mushroom? This batch is extra groovy. No thanks. No thanks. This guy seems to be in a daze, looking around uncomprehendingly at the boots and cobbler's tools around him. Hi there. These are some pretty cool boots you made. Are they for sale? Huh? Oh, no? I mean, I'd like to sell them to you, but they aren't mine. You didn't make them? It's funny how everyone assumes that, but no, these were all made by elves. Elves? Yeah. Yeah, man, like little elf guys. They're hard to see, just out of the corner of your eye, you know? But I'll just be kind of standing here and just kind of, then I'm like, oh, hey, got another pair of boots in my hands. Guess the elves made some more boots. Huh. I've made a pair of boots myself in, I don't know, like a year? Years? Something. These elves keep making them, though. I don't know why. Weird. Okay. It's like talking to EXO. You know anything about, oh, actually, you should open up a boot store. Actually, first, do you know anything about the lounge? No, I don't really talk to her much. The elves don't trust her. Gotcha. Can never be too careful, I suppose. Yeah. You seen any jelly beans? Jelly beans? Weird. No, I haven't seen anything like that. Ask the elves, maybe. I'll give that a shot. I was kind of thinking the same thing, to be honest. No shade to EXO. Yeah, totally no shame to EXO. Although it would be hilarious if he was actually here watching and listening in on this. Because today is 420. Sapphire, hey, how's it going, buddy? Show up at a boot store. They're not mine, though. They're... Right, the elves. But the elves can't be making them just for fun, right? I think they're making them so you can sell them. Oh. Yeah, that makes sense. There's a town called Dirtwater. You can open a really nice shop there. That's a pretty long trip. But, like, it'd be dangerous. I'd be worried the elves wouldn't make it, you know? I'll let you know if I think of anything. Serious? Damn it. Okay, we'll figure out something. Bones? Why are there so many bones? Hi, I'm Callista. Teeth. Clavicle, femur, teeth. Wow, okay. See any jelly beans? Teeth, jawbone, teeth. Know anything about a lounge? Teeth. Lumbar, vertebrae. Give her some bones. You hand her an armload of bones, and she starts mechanically picking through them, selecting some and discarding others based on criteria you cannot discern. Eventually, having chosen the best of the two from the pile, she secures them together with wire and screws in hands to use something that basically looks like a sword. Neat, thanks. Give her some skull chips. You hand her some bone chips, and she stops muttering. Her eyes seem to focus a little. She takes some glue out of her toolbox and presses the chips into a ring. As soon as she gives the ring to you, though, she's back to her muttering. Nice. Give her some gold teeth. She blinks at the gold teeth you handed her and makes a spool of wire out of her toolbox. Soon she presents you with an elaborate tiara. Not enough. Not nearly enough. Oh, well, thanks. Give her more skull chips. Nice. Let's quit giving her skull chips. Okay, what do these things do? Ooh, Moxie. Spooky damage instead of physical. Have more random encounters with skeletons. How about we not? Hi, I'm Callista. Salutations, Callista. They call me the Talking Dude because of my extensive knowledge of the principles of philosophy and the arguments and conundrums surrounding its various aspects and interpretations. I bet that's not why they call you that. Wait, I missed non-exo shade. We're talking to a bunch of fucking, like, mushroom heads right now, and I was saying it was like talking to Exo. I know Exo doesn't do mushrooms, but my god, him and these people would have a ball. Seen any jelly beans? Well, first we must take care to define our terms. What does it mean to see jelly beans? And what if what I see as jelly beans are different than what you see as... Cut the crap before I cut it for you. No, I have not. But I do know that Irene, the newest, and dare I say the most delightful of our little clans, is particularly fond of them. You might ask her. Can I interest you in a discussion of the particulars of Christian philosophy? Do you know where Irene's lounge is? I have been there, but for some inexplicable reason I was never invited to return. Inexplicable. I would self-actualize by returning on my own, but I don't remember where it was, and Todd will not tell me. It is quite frustrating. Can I interest you in a discussion of the particulars? Yes. The talking dude begins, and you immediately turn out, blah, 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 but on the other hand, blah, 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 uh-huh. Blah, 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 dialectical materialism, blah, 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 blah. Narrow your eyes. He sees interest in your eyes and continues with renewed vigor. Blah, 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 blah. Of course, the blah, 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 blah. I understand completely. Blah, 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 blah. Dialectical materialism, blah, 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 blah. Not politely. He acknowledges your interest and barrels onwards. Blah, 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 blah. Type versus token, blah, blah. Interesting. Blah, 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 which is, of course, a consequence of blah, 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 blah. Feign interest. You keep him talking with the subtlest of body language. Blah, 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 blah. That's the beginning of the question. Blah, 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 blah. Fascinating. Not politely. Is this literally just gonna... It seems like some of this is rubbing off on you. Curtian philosopher. Thank you. Is this really just gonna keep going? Wah, 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 wah. I don't have a trumpet, nor would I know how to play it. Hello. Ah, hello. Yes, hello. I'm Todd. Callista, pleased to meet you. So, what do you do around here, Todd? I'm a chemist. I've been researching the properties of some of the local mushrooms. Properties like what? Like how to get you totally wrecked? Ha ha! Right. I'm kidding. They actually have a lot of interesting properties that could be a real boon to medicine. They may even hold a solution to many psychological disorders. Oh, that's probably pretty interesting. The fact that they also get you absolutely smashed is just a happy side effect. Woo! I see. If you have any Lactarius dirtihipica mushrooms, I can refine them into a more potent, potable, a potion. You seen any jelly beans? No, I'm not interested in jelly beans unless they're that kind of jelly bean that gets you completely blasted. I don't think it's a real thing. No, it is. I heard they got them in Frisco. They would. They would. That doesn't seem safe, you know, for kids. I like how they just move on from that. Do you know where the lounge is? Yeah, I do. Don't tell the talking dude if you don't mind, but it's in that cave where we got all of our mushrooms. I didn't see any lounge there. You gotta be, he jerks his thumb at the apparatus behind him and winks at you. If you have any Lactarius... Oh, we gotta be blazing out of our minds. Joanna is rocking back and forth, making sounds as she rapidly flaps her lips with her finger. Hi. Ask her what she's doing. Nothing really, just making dumb noises to entertain myself. It's kind of reminiscent of something, but I'm not sure what. Excuse me, I know exactly what. Hand her the jaw harp. What's this? It's kind of musical instrument. You bite the narrow part, and then, well, basically just do what you've been doing. She gives it a few experimental twangs and boings, and then knocks out a sweet riff. Wow, this thing is like a revelation. Thanks! I feel like maybe I should take this show on the road. Maybe try the Jewel Saloon in Dirtwater. Sounds good to me. Thanks again! She leaves, plunking the twanger the whole way. Plunking the twanger. I think... Okay, I do know what this is. I'm pretty sure I have one of the pieces. Yeah, I have the Kurtzfitz headband. Oh, I have the Kurtzfitz pants, too. I don't remember if there's anything else you need for this. I don't think you do. Unless there's like some shoes. This tall, muscular bald man is leading the students in an aerobic workout routine. His voice is powerful and disconcertingly soft as he counts off. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Excuse me, what's going on here? Exercise. You must strengthen the body. If the body is weak, the mind cannot be strong. These two are one. Who are you? I am Kurtz. My methods will usher in a new age of power and will. Can I exercise with you? Power surges through you. You have unlocked true potential. You got a perk, Kurtzian physique. Okay, first of all, put my normal stuff back on, please. Okay, what's that perk that I just got, though? Kurtzian Philosopher, plus 10 Mysticality. Nice. Nice! Kurtzian Physique, plus 10 Muscle. Just for doing that. Nice. Very nice. I think I'm gonna go ahead and do Thick Skin, because we really got hurt bad in that last fight. I know people doing CrossFit. Run away. Run away! Hello. It's a bunch of military manuals. They all look too complicated for you, except for one. Take the simple one. Cannon loading for itches. Pry it open. Silver bullets and hardtack. Silver bullets and a chemical bullet. Canteens and silver bullet. I don't have safe cracking. I don't think I have safe cracking at all, do I? No. So I have one file in the drawer, and it's a discharge record for a soldier who died from eating poisonous mushrooms. The last entry says she was buried in plot 420 of a military cemetery up north. You marked the location of it on your map. Toro! Welcome. Welcome, buddy. Welcome. What kind of cookie do you got? You got chocolate chip. There you go. By the way, I have to say, I fully realize, by the way, that your name is a play on Thor Odinson. Like, I totally get it. But I have to say, I love calling you Toro, because I love the movie Totoro. And every time you come in, I think of Totoro with Thor's hammer. And it just makes me happy. Your El Vibrato device starts bleeping, and the bleeping leads you to an unremarkable sand dune, which quickly becomes remarkable when the robot buried underneath it wakes up. Alright, cool. Getting beefy. Totally don't mind at all. I'm glad it makes you happy, brother. I'll take that as a compliment. Yeah, I love Totoro. Can't reproduce anymore. That's right, Gary. Kick its ass. Wow, we have quite the crew here tonight, don't we? Okay. Sabrina, thank you for the follow. Hello, hello, hello. Maybe I need to talk to that girl again because now I have that map, or maybe... Is there something about the map that I need to know? This map is labeled Shroom Location. It shows a weird convoluted trail leading to a big X. The source of the trail looks like it's right next to that weird fort full of dirty weirdos. Okay, so maybe I need to go back there again. Possibly. I didn't even realize I hadn't followed you that. No worries, no worries. We are happy to have you. Very happy to have you. Okay, let's go back over here. A herd of pyrobows. Well, I mean, worst case scenario is we're gonna die. Huh. I got the strong feeling, friends. We're about to die. Wrecked? Yeah, after a certain point, like, things really start getting strong, so... Where'd you say your lounge was? I don't quite remember. It's only there part of the time anyways. I don't really want to buy a mushroom. Because don't I have... I just picked up some mushroom pliers. Is it just because I can't identify the specific kinds of mushrooms? Ungilded Horn and Infernal Soul Fragment. Nice. I don't see a specific mushroom that I can necessarily, like, pick or anything. I mean, there was her pack and everything. And I have the things to pick mushrooms, but it doesn't let me pick any of the mushrooms, you know? And it seems like they would know about the mushrooms. Well, I guess worst case scenario is I can go buy the mushroom. You hear gunshots and someone shouting nearby and decide to investigate. This instinct is basically what separates an adventurer from a sane person. You find a bandit in a scorch of blackened clothes, wildly firing his pistol at the scenery. Everything he shoots bursts into flames somehow. Go to hell, Cactus! Go to hell, Scorpion! Go to hell, Rocky! Looks like we got a real character here. Yes, wow. Just send a little scenery to the cow lords below. How's about I send you too? You'll make fine and dandy pets for my masters. No, thank you. Throw him a bundle of dynamite. You pitch a bundle of dynamite at the guy who shoots it reflexively. When the dust and smoke clears, that's all that left. All that's left is a gun, a crater, and a hat drifting down to the ground. Alright. You know, we probably should look. Like, I realize that the revolting stuff is funny. But I don't know, honestly, that it's really the best stuff for me. Let's see. Befouled Pistol. 13 to 17. I can set enemies on fire. I mean, it's basically the same damage. Set an enemy on fire for 5 extra damage. Your range attack set enemies on fire. I mean, it's not a bad idea. Blexcalibur. Blexcalibur, I think, actually is the better weapon. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. That's actually the better weapon right now. The Filthy Porcelain Cow, +3 melee. That's +4 melee. Let's see, the ring is +1 for all that. There we go. There. Okay. Okay. I mean, I have plenty of meat. I guess I'll just buy the mushroom from her for now. Get an item, Lactarius Dirtihipica mushroom. They're very spiritual. Sometimes they let you see things that don't exist in our realms outside of our own and stuff. Plus, they're super groovy and mellow. Neat, thanks. Okay, but I think I have to go to this guy to get it processed, right? I can find a more potent, potable potion. In fact, I do. I know the elemental resistance is a thing in this game, but is elemental weakness a thing too? I don't know. I actually don't remember. Okay. Got extract. Galicia and stuff has a real kick to it. Okay, so now I might be able to go back. I don't remember if things are weak to certain things or not. Alright. You swallow the extract. The world turns inside out as your mind replaces it. You gain an effect. Baccarat Galactarius. Like, wow, man. Zoink, Scoob! The mushrooms are talking to us! Raggy! Like, we gotta get out of here, Scoob! Okay, I saw the door. I know the door's there. There's jelly beans. Lime jelly beans. Love it when the mushroom talk to me. Your great grandkids are gonna love this kind of music. What a strange lamp. Strange lamp. I actually used to have a lava lamp a really long time ago. I wish I still had it. And I have never been somebody... we're on ads right now, so I have a minute. I can actually tell this. I have never really been a drugs person. I have used CBD in the past, which is not really like exactly like using marijuana and pot. I've never smoked pot in my life. And I've only used THC once. I didn't really like it. But, I've never had to use drugs or anything like that to zone out. I've never had to drink to zone out. I can just happily do that on my own. So, for me, a lava lamp is a fantastic distraction, because I don't need anything to make it work. I can just sit there and watch it. The Madness Maw Mine, we're skipping that for right now. Why am I coming back here, actually? I don't need to go there. I need to go to Roy's Bean House. Howdy, Callista. Any line of that last jar of jelly beans? Got them right here. Well, I'll be jiggered. I didn't figure on seeing any of them jelly beans again, and here you brought back all 3 jars. I ain't got much to reward you with other than a handshake, Callista, but maybe I'll be able to pay you back somehow in the future. Don't sweat it, Roy. I was happy to help. I know exactly how he's going to help us in the future. Okay. Let's go to the Madness Maw Mine. See what it's all about? One of the ads I got was just for the life-size Noah's Ark in Kentucky. I'll be 100% honest, guys. I have no idea what ads I'm getting. I have no clue what ads are actually playing on my channel. Not a damn clue. And I just realized that he's still in the ads and he has no idea that I just said that. You aren't one of us. Be gone from this place, interloper. How do you know something bad is going down? Nobody uses the word interloper. Intimidate her. You dare tell me where I can and cannot go? Me, among the highest echelons of our master servants? You dare? Wow, geez. Okay, sorry. I guess I didn't recognize you without your mask. Go on in. The guard scampers away into the mine. How much experience do I have? 200? Oh, hello. I should probably be leveling that. tougher I am. Now I heard you, the arcade was like second to last for that ad break. Hello there, fellow cultist. What? Go away. Well, that's not very friendly. This isn't a knitting circle. Where's your mask, anyways? Smite the unbeliever! You hurt Gary. You hurt Gary. You dick. That's right, Gary. Kick his ass. Cultist Mask and Sarsaparilla. Gip. Cultist ignores you. You don't like this. You don't like this spiral at all. All the cultists are just ignoring me. I almost want to take the mask off. It says, Dear Jeff, the big guy says to stay out of here. Praise be to Roberto. Sincerely, Geff. Okay, is there a reason? Your overbred transponder goes crazy when you get near these rocks. Your death picking reveals a ladder leading downward. No idea what that means. Big cylinder on top of this rectangle. Bunch of paper cards on this table. Punch cards. Vibrato scraps. Helmet. Headband. Interesting. What's this? Okay. Well, let's put my hat back on. I think I'm gonna go kill some cultists. Why is your match different? Because I'm the leader of the cell? How can you be down here and not know that? Look, I passed 7 different guys to get here. Obviously, if I weren't meant to be here, if I weren't meant to be here, that would be impossible, I suppose. So who's this master everyone's talking about? The Great Dark Master, Roberto. Are you sure you're supposed to be down here? Sure, it's fine. Headband him. Hey, what? Stop. What happened to me? That voice. What have I done? What's going on here? See, I was kind of hoping you could tell me that. It was a calling, an order, but also a desire. I heard instructions from outside myself, but in my voice. Instructions to do what exactly? To dig, to free him, to... Excuse me, I have to go freak out now. He drops his mask on the ground and runs away. You got an item, Cultist Leader Mask. Okay, bye. Good luck. Give. Really? They just bow to me? Wait. Really? Huh. I was kind of hoping that that would allow me to, like, I don't know, tell them to go home. I'm listening. To what? The Master Course. Can't you hear him? We are fighting our way out of here. Sarsaparilla. I thought that said sarsaparilla. It does not. Damn, Gary, way to whoop his ass. Yeah, I love Gary. Gary's my favorite of the companions for this game. There are a ton of different misspellings of sarsaparilla in this game, and I love every last one of them. New mask, who dis? I know fighting isn't always the best thing to do in this game. Like, I totally realize that there's other options sometimes. But, like, I wonder if the cult mask might be useful for something else later. Sometimes you just need to annihilate a cult. Yeah, it's fair. What happened to your mask? I modified it and made drinking difficult. What happened to your mask? Attacker. Don't talk to me anyways, so... Sarsaparilla. Alright, well we got some experience out of it at least. What were these again? Speed, maximum AP, meat gains, item finding. Yeah, that helps a little bit. Okay, so that didn't really help us too much. I know I could just, like, kind of move on to the next thing. But I don't really want to, because if I just move on to the next thing, like, the game goes by really... can go by quickly. An odd flash of light nearby prompts you to stop and investigate. You discover a goblin with a strange hinged board covered with shiny foil, which they're using to reflect sunlight onto a pair of leather boots. Hey, hello, what doing? Tanning, I'm a tanner. Talk. Have Gary deal with it. Gary and the goblin chat for a bit. It seems like the goblin is eager to talk about the art of tanning leather, and Gary isn't very interested. After a time, Gary turns back to you and shrugs. Is a tanner like saying, boots for sale, wanting them? How much? One boots. How much do they want for the boots? 250 meats. Buy the boots. You purchase the boots from the goblin, who seems very excited to have made a sale. Overly tanned boots. I mean, I don't mind. They're not exactly very good for me, but that's okay. Made him happy. Buffalo, buffalo, buffalo. Buffalo, buffalo. Buffalo. Spadna. Holy crap. Wow, 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 what is? Well, it appears to be a giant pile of buffalo skeletons. Why? I don't know, I guess it beats leaving them strewn all over everywhere. You know, I recall there being something here that I can mess up and permanently screw something up in the game. You hear a lot of activity down that corridor. Chanting, shuffling rows, collecting bones, scary stuff. You really shouldn't go down there. Go elsewhere for now. Yeah, that doesn't help. I mean, I'm going to go down there. It's okay if I get my ass kicked. It's not like we have lives in this game or anything. Don't tell me what to do. I'm in danger. I am in a lot of danger. Can we speed this along just a little bit? Let's speed up combat just a tad. Bang, bet you wish you should have Stank Wheeler for shooting Annie right about now. Yeah, so, and that's actually, admittedly, that's why I'm playing the Cowpuncher. Is because I've already played through this game as the Snake Wheeler. And I will say straight up, the Snake... Oh, we have unlimited bones now. The Snake Wheeler is 100% the best class of this game. Wicked looking leather-bound tome on this pedestal. Take it. Fundamentals and next specs. Which I do know what that does, and no, I won't be using it. It's a decent-sized wardrobe. Hide in it. Wait. You wait and wait for somebody to enter the room so you can eavesdrop on them, but nobody ever shows up because they're all dead. It's a lock. Pick the lock. Black Hood, bottle of Buffalo tranquilizers. Pile of trash next to the bad toilet. A sticky note. Abracadabra. It's got to be important. You stick the note in your journal. Okay. This is clearly the bad toilet. Flush it. 7 experience. Advanced Cow Punching, Volume 62. Hey! Or a new cow punching skill. Let's see. There's a big poster you can fold out and practice punching. Gives you the old 1, 2, 3. A skill lets you perform 3 punch attacks in quick succession. Chapter written by a guy who tries 17 different near-fatal gorings. He's really learned a lot about getting gore. Gives gore a skill that lets you attack an entire row of enemies. Complex pronunciation guide written by a linguist is raised by cows. Gives menacing a skill that reduces the muscle of all your opponents. Oh, well... God. I gotta admit, the first two, both of them are really, really good. I'm actually gonna go with the first one, though. Go for gore? Gore? Okay, fine. I'll get gore. Fortunately, you accidentally gore the book into bits while practicing what you've learned. Alright, I got gore. Flush the toilet, gained 8 XP. I should look. How much experience do I have? Okay. Get at least gore up to the 3rd level at least. Okay. Look through the bars, see hundreds of buffalo human skeletal hybrids locked in there, 3 to a cell. Keys are hanging right next to the door. You can let them out if you want, but they all look pretty angry. Leave them to their captivity for now. On top of the slab, there's a skeleton-shaped indentation with a buffalo skull-shaped indentation where the normal human skull-shaped indentation should be. There's a good thing to keep in mind if you end up in possession of the bones necessary to fill the indentation. These shelves are filled with hundreds of crates, each full of buffalo and human bones, carefully sorted. If you need some bones or bits of teeth or anything, this would be a good time to grab some. I'm not stopping if we get a few miles down the road and suddenly you and your brother say you need some bones. Grab them bones. Can I get more? You're set from bones for now. But what if I want more? Okay, leave the slab alone. Let's do one of these. Target, a pile of bones providing cover. Always you gotta have 1 or 2 skills to damage multiple enemies, do a debuff on the enemies, and then smack them. That's fair. Okay, well, that was interesting at least. Okay, here's the thing that you can screw up. It's covered in big beakers. No, do not take one. Not yet. Yeah, I think I botched this quest. Yeah, there's quite a few people who have. It's covered with a bunch of weird cards. Take a look at one. Pestilent Dragon, Poisonous Horse, Spitting Ghost, Murderous Ghost. Okay. I know for a fact there is a specific order to what you're supposed to do for that. They really should use scented candles in here. There's a very specific order that you're supposed to do these vats in. And to fill those. But I don't remember what the reasoning is. But I remember my first and only playthrough, I screwed it up. Okay, so we know we can come back here now for bones whenever we want, which is great. Petting cemetery. Fire snakes. Snake spleens, venom bladders, fire moccasin skin. Hell yes. Tickets. Howdy, welcome to Gorman Lancaster's one and only petting cemetery. It's educational and educational. It'll only be $500 for a lifetime pass. Petting cemetery? That's right, a wide variety, guaranteed genuine animal skeletons. You're free to touch them to your heart's content. Well, with your hands, that is no riding. Can I feed them? You can try. Neat. Interested in a membership is? Pay. Well, actually, it's exorbitant. Lifetime membership, if I were younger, it'd be worth more. Pay. Well, we'll just hold still for a second while I memorize your face. Okay, alright, go on in, and thanks for your patronage. Increase your speed for the day. Increase your armor for the day. Take a picture of it. Melee damage. Range damage. Well, considering survivability was an issue earlier. Boon or the tortoise? Now, if only I could remember where the guy was that wanted the picture. Oh, the well. What's in the West Pole? These rocks are strange. They don't seem to weigh as much as they should, and they're sort of drawn to each other, making an interesting cairn out of them. Something powerful. An impregnable tower. Step back and admire your handiwork. It's quite indefensible. Heart of stone. Plus 10 max HP. Something powerful. A threatening fist or a tall stack. Something suave. A cheeky gesture. Heavy trigger finger. Thank you, aliens. I did need a drink. An elaborate orrery. Heavy trigger finger, plus 3 pistol attack, plus 5 spell damage. Threatening fist. I wonder... Wait, what was that? There's nothing special apart from the fact that this isn't a pile with the other rocks. Whisper something to it. Oh. It's way heavier than it looks. You can't budge it at all. You know... Didn't... Abracadaver? You can try it. Nope. Never mind. Okay. Strange. Gumi, you go over there, get your groove on. Whisper these nuts. I don't think these nuts would help. Off to one side of the desert trail, a skeleton is sitting in the shade of a rocky ridge. Looks like some poor traveler must have succumbed to the heat. As we move closer to investigate, it appears the skeleton is holding a book. And as you get close enough to see this copy of the Longfellow translation of Dante's Divine Comedy, you notice that the skeleton is in fact reading it, turning the pages and making little notes in the margins with pencil. Excuse me, you're in my light. Ah! Talking skeleton! Oh... sorry, it took me by surprise. That's quite a book. The Divine Comedy, that's about heaven and hell and so on, right? Mm-hmm. Is it accurate? I'm making corrections. Keep talking. You know, most skeletons inside me just sort of hiss and attack me. Because you won't leave them alone while they're reading. I assume it was more because of them being rabid, mindless automatons. You might find out how rabid I can be if you don't stop bugging me. Try something else. Well, I'm just found here randomly. Fighter. Fuck it. A ring of smart thinking. Alright. A can of tuna. More meat. Okay. Can of oil, sulfur matches. Toolbox of this bench was locked and then welded to the bench. Requires lockpicking 2. Okay. Actually, do I have enough for lockpicking 2? Yeah, I do. Go back to that. Hammer and a monkey wrench. Gotcha. You don't have a suitable vessel. Boiling soup. Cultist mask. Whoever was camping here left in a hurry. This mine is the worst. It sucks so bad here. I've been in some lousy mines, but this one really takes the cake. Everything smells like soup. Walls are slick with it. I swear I can feel it getting into my pores. If I went to the doctor for a blood test, he'd probably tell me my blood is tomato basil bisque or whatever. We finally managed to get deep enough to hear the master, but it turned out the dang soup table is higher than we thought. We're spending 90% of our time bailing stuff out, and only 10% digging. I got noodles in my boots. I hate this so much. Now the damn elevator's busted. It was always making a rattling noise. The guys off ship couldn't sleep. That finally stopped, but it stopped because the elevator itself stopped and we can't move it at all. Why did we even set up camp here? I just spent the whole day scrounging around to find a replacement 137, 59, and 23 pound compression springs for repairs. We'll install them tomorrow. Whoops. Damn it. Boss says we're giving up here and heading into a real deep mine they found up northwest. It's a shame we wasted all this work, but hot damn, it'll be good to get away from the soup. Never eat a soup again in my life. Got the springs installed proper like the strongest behind the short bolt and so on, but there's no time to wrench everything down. Gotta pack, not like the elevator matters much anyways anymore. I really hope I don't screw up again and forget my diary here when it's time to leave. I don't think I've ever managed to fill in more than 10 pages in the same diary. Attempt to fix it. You see 3 different sized bolts on the side of the elevator, which are all very loose. It's a sign that says 3,200 pounds pressure required. Some sort of gauge which currently reads 0, whatever that means. Okay, 1 second. Because I took a picture of what he said. Okay. So, I gotta write this down. I can't do this kind of math in my head. I keep forgetting that my phone has a pen, so it makes it easy. Alright, so number 3 gave us 411 pounds pressure. Hopefully that didn't just cut the video for everybody, what I just did. Because I just went to go grab the calculator really quick. 706 minus 411. 295 pounds of pressure for the next one. Okay. Turn the number 7 bolt. 867. Okay, so 867 minus okay, so that should be 157 pounds of pressure. So let's turn that bolt again, that bolt again. Now, how many pounds of pressure does it need again? 3,200. Loosen all the bolts. One second. 3244 minus 3083. That was 161. Nope, that's not gonna work. Hmm. Thanks, Gummy, for the hydrate. Just making sure I got the math right on this. Okay, so I didn't have the math right on this. Okay, so the first one is 411. The second one is 295. And the third one is 161 pounds. So it's just finding out what combination I had to put them in to get 3,200. I'll be damned. I actually did it by accident. You tighten the bolt with one complete revolution of your wrench. You hear a plate snap firmly into place, and the elevator seems to now be humming with life. It looks like it's working now. Watch him just going down there to die. No suitable vessels. Some El Vibrato. Let's see what else is around here first. Snakes. Heat, but you can take it. And boiling soup. Oh. Random clicking until something works best. How I solve most math puzzles. I don't play games to do math, goddammit. I had a rough idea of like how to do it. I just wasn't doing the actual math for it. I need a keystone for that. I have no idea what that means. Yeah, God. There's nothing I can do here. Which sucks, because in the first game, the first time I played this too, I kind of goofed up and I didn't actually do the El Vibrato stuff. Although, it turns out, once you beat the game, you can go back and, I guess, do all the stuff that you missed. Okay, so there's really nothing for me to do here at the moment. There's Ghostwood all the way up there in the military cemetery. Could do the military cemetery, I guess. Some El Vibrato technology. Oh, I just got a keystone, actually. Actually, hold on. we're gonna go right back to where we were. I don't play games to do math, goddammit. Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I don't mind some math in my games. I don't mind a good challenging puzzle as long as they like can make it make sense. That one made sense. So I didn't really mind it. It's not bad. I kind of want to know what I need to get the soup. El Vibrato fluid. Insert fluid. I have no idea what any of this means. Food cube. Insert fluid. Rum. Insert fluid. Seltzer. I mean, all cool stuff. Wait, weren't there's a whole bunch of snakes down there. Pardon me. Hold on. Wait a minute. There are hundreds of snakes lounging around this pool. Hot soup. Grab some! I do find that very funny, by the way, Bud, that you said that you do not play games to do math, and yet you play Dungeons and Dragons. So, though, I suppose that could be taken as you don't play games to do math, but you do math to play games. D&D Beyond does the math for you. Mostly. Mostly it does. You know, we should probably talk to the professor really quick. I'll let you all know, by the way, I probably got about another maybe 5 to 10 minutes. Like, I know we haven't, like, done, like, a bunch of story stuff, but at the same time, it's kind of how this game goes. Leave the professor alone. Fabricate the battery. Fabricate a key. Another keystone. Yay. Main story isn't the point of Loathing games. Yeah, very true. It's all the side content. Let's go back into the military cemetery, I suppose. Curious abandoned well. We'll damn well stop to investigate it. The transponder goes ape as you get close to the old well. Attach a rope and climb down. Harvest. Hello. Paper cards. I have learned the vibrato word for the number 0. Nichabu, Nichabu. Nichabu. Didn't I learn Nichabu? Now this is all very useful. So we're actually learning some of the language finally. It's basically an education station. Teleport destination education facility. Education facility, Gabe, Chuckaneko, secondary storage, auditory something. Okay, so it's just a teleporter. Big button, little pedestal. Floating construct appears on the dais. You damn near fluent by now. You learned the word for coffee maker, which is probably one of the most important phrases in any language. Except for me, because I don't drink coffee. Oh. Another... Huh. That gave me another punch card. Communist. Okay, so, to be fair, this game is interesting. It's been neat watching you play it. What's really cool is there's another one after this called Shadows Over Loathing, which I have never played. I was trying to find out about things about how coffee interacts with the brain of someone with ADHD. Yeah, like it making you sleepy. Yeah, and so, okay, to explain the whole thing about, I don't drink coffee. I used to drink coffee. I used to drink lots of coffee. I used to drink too much coffee. Which is why I finally blacked out at my first office and thought I was having a heart attack because I had a triple shot espresso. And probably really shouldn't have had said triple shot espresso. And then later in life discovered that I actually have a mild aversion to coffee. Okay, so that's cool. So I can actually go back to the education facility, put in more of those punch cards, and get even more of the language now. Yeah, see? Okay, so now what's over here? Okay, so we went to that one. What's this? Let's go check this out. I knew there's a sleepy part, but there's some other things I'm finding out. That's cool. Monolith is dark. Insert battery. You insert the battery in the monolith and it springs to life. Everything goes blue for a second. 100 XP, you gain an effect energized, weather, and offline. What's energized? More muscle, mysticality, and moxie. Nice. Alright, what are you? 2 buttons. Bracelet and Somnock? Oh, I don't have enough scraps, apparently. Okay, that's fine. Okay. Secondary storage. Unlock. Okay. Battery, fluid, battery, and seltzer. Whining El Vibrato object. And some scraps. Let's go back to the previous area. What about decaf? I know some people dislike the taste, but at least it's still coffee. So, I actually have an aversion to coffee itself. That does not mean that I can't have it. It's very much like the chicken allergy I have. I can have it in very, very small amounts. I cannot have a lot of it, and I cannot have it regularly. If I do, I will have extreme acid reflux, and I won't feel very well for a few hours. Bracelet. A vibrator ring. Must not be enough. Okay. Did I get scrap from beating the crap out of that other one? Like, do I get scrap for this? Does that mean you avoid eating tiramisu? I do not often have tiramisu. Like I said, I can have it. I can have the stuff in like small amounts, right? I can have like little bits of coffee, and that's okay. But I don't go out of my way to have it. And to be 1,000% honest with everybody here, I don't miss it. I do not miss the caffeine addiction at all. Like, it's really not that bad. I'm not honestly that, like, put out about it. Aliens, thank you so much for a 3-stream streak. Denial. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I'll be honest. Being without coffee really does not bother me. I have tea instead. I lost my other one. It's okay, honey. I lose streaks all the time because I have an office day. I usually turn on people's streams while I'm working or while I'm doing something else. And I often lose streaks because I have to go to my office. So cool. I just learned why coffee drinks work on me the way they do. The caffeine opens up dopamine pathways so the sugar can do its work. ADHD brains crave sugar because they're chronically low on dopamine. At the end of the day, when the sugar is worn off, the caffeine is still there, making me tired. Gotcha. Okay, let's go see if that's enough scrap to get the other thing from here. It might be. A vibrato brooch. Jesus, 11 armor? Worth it. What was the ring? Makes El Vibrato encounters much more likely. That's not really what I want. So I'm active and relaxed during the day and then knocked out at night. Yeah, except you're usually, like, knocked out during the day. Like, that's part of the problem, isn't it? Like, you get your cold flashes and then boom, you're out. Garbage and cash. Okay. Alright, what's this place? This thing's just booping. Screen lead select. Destination. Single button available labeled select. Press it. Oh, I have no idea what any of this means. Okay. Huh. Okay. Well, this has been fascinating. I'm really glad that we actually did find this. I'm going to take us back to Dirtwater. And we're going to go hang out at home. As you're riding along, you see some braided fuses sticking out of a nearby rock. You investigate more closely, you see that somebody drilled a hole in the rock and inserted a bunch of dynamite, but apparently lost interest and wandered away without setting it off. Or maybe they were just out of matches. Take the dynamite. Alright, what's this? I gotta catch up on chat. I'm usually out during the day unless I've had a lot of sweet coffee. It's great at the times when I've experimented with it. I'm just concerned about addiction and other possible negative effects. Since ADHD tends to be caused by dysregulation of dopamine and other neurotransmitters, it can also, on days when dopamine is too high, lead to overwhelm. Mostly I'm concerned about becoming dependent just in time for it to stop working. Ought to try Cafe de Ola if you haven't had it before. Mexican-style coffee with cinnamon and piloncillo. So good. True, I have an anxiety disorder that likes to balance that out in perimenopause. That sounds delicious, but yeah, that is another concern. I would totally I would try that coffee. Especially with some pan dulce. That and concha or two, and I'd be ready for a nap after. That sounds like a nap. Can I forget. Do you rest? If I rest, though, I think I lose all these buffs. I don't really want to lose them. If your anger level gets higher than 3, you'll pass out from rage. Okay. Use your binoculars. You don't see nothing. Alright, my friends. We are going to snooze the ads. Because we're done for the night. We are done. It's been lovely having all of you. And I'm sorry that I haven't been playing this game as much. I actually do plan on playing this a little bit more in the future. Hopefully relatively soon. Let's see. Who are we going to go to? We have lots of friends we could potentially go to. What is Anna playing? She's playing something called Blasphemous. Ooh, that looks cool, actually. Oh, Anna's doing Metroidvania Mondays, or Mootroidvania Mondays. We are going to go and see. All right, I'll drink. We're gonna go. We're gonna go raid Healer Main Anna because she is playing what looks like a very interesting Metroidvania game. Something just kind of cool. But Anna herself is super chill. Thank you for the stretch. Super, super chill. I think you'd all love her. Those of you who have not seen her, she's very, very sweet. She's a lovely individual, and I love supporting her channels. We're gonna go say hi to her. Let me move you guys over to the end stream screen. You guys should still be able to hear me talking. Hello, hello, hello. Yeah, let's get this all set up. For those of you who are not on the Discord, what are you doing? Come say hi to us on Discord. We love having more people in the Discord. For those of you who would like a raid message for when we go run into Anna's channel, let's use our raid message. I'm starting this raid now, so we're going to raid out in just a few seconds here. But thank you all so much for swinging by. Thank you for being here. Love you all to death. You are all wonderful individuals. I hope to see you guys again in another stream real soon, which will not be tomorrow night. But probably later during the week, I might do another one just for shits and giggles. But for now, guys, I'm going to let you guys go over to Anna. Give her some love. Give her some support. Be nice. And I'll see y'all soon. Toodaloo.